David on the website, he says, "Hi, Dan. My friend asked me to help her get a cheap house around $30,000. I don't know anything about buying houses, but I'm considering it. My friend intends to pay me back, and I could buy and offer to rent the house to her for close to my cost. What would be the best way to do this? What are some issues I should watch out for?" He's 40, unmarried, no children, with no plans to change that. Has 190,000 in cash, which is 40%. And he rents a cheap apartment, has excellent credit, and lives on less than 50% of his income.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all good. It's a great idea. There's only one problem that I would have with it. You indicated that it was a friend. And that sounds good because it's a friend. But it can make life really hard down the road. So all I would say is if you buy it, which sounds like a good idea, especially since you might have a built-in tenant, if it's a person that has the means to pay rent and, is got a job and all those things, and if you would feel comfortable turning it over for a percentage to a real estate person that deals in managing people's properties, then I would do it, because I would tell you that if you do it from the very beginning, you will save yourself a lot of aggravation, because you can spend a lot of your time pleading ignorance. All I know is, they have a contract and they're waiting for their commissions and they're not getting rent, and that's why they're getting angry with you. Or, I've got to do something. I've got a mortgage to pay. I mean, you got to be very, very careful. I mean, I just think there's it's always a problem. And whenever you do something on your own like this, you need to have a good, strong agreement for the situation of eviction. And that's a real difficult thing. So you need to have it needs to be a part of the agreement, and you need to have a real estate attorney draw it up so that every I is dotted and T is crossed. And sounds like a great scenario. I would probably use your cash. It may end up being a good investment. It depends on what kind of house it's. Is it a house or is it a condominium? It's so inexpensive.
It's a house, yeah.
It's a house, yeah. I mean, it could be a really good thing, and it could be a really good hard asset that you own. Could be a bad thing too, though. So
Yeah,
I would be
the other
real
thing I
careful.
would just add in is that, if it is that cheap, and if it's, it may be an older home, you want to keep some of your cash reserves on hand to make repairs, or to make renovations or things like that. It could end up being costing you more of your cash reserves than maybe you were willing to set aside.
And don't forget the call in the middle of the night from your friend because the toilet stopped up. So don't forget that, because that's, you have to think of that. You will get that phone call,
Absolutely.
And so that's why I would have a realtor that is taking that call for you and sending the plumber over or whatever. But yeah, you really do need to check on the house and the condition of it, how old it is, what kind of maintenance. It's going to need maintenance. You don't want to buy a money pit, and that's going to eat away your savings. So just be real careful. Hey, remember to click the subscribe button right here on the screen. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when new content is added. And more importantly than anything, you don't want to miss all 3 live hours of Financial Issues every day from 9 to noon. And you can watch it on FISM.tv. That's FISM.tv.